Hey, you're vegan, right? Yeah? Well, so lions eat meat, right? So are you f***ing kidding me? I can't I'm tired of people justifying themselves with this shit about lions. Was a question I saw on Facebook, so I was wondering how to respond. Oh. Sure, I can help you answer that. Hi, it's Emily from BiteSizeVegan, and welcome to another Vegan Nugget. Why is it that vegans can sometimes flip out at the slightest provocation? Why are we so sensitive and hostile? Well, I've addressed this question once before in my video, What Vegans See, and today's video will be a slightly different take on the subject. Possibly a little less diplomatic. This video is for my non-vegans out there to perhaps better understand why we vegans sometimes react the way we do. Many people who watch my videos comment on how grounded and calm I am. Well, I can tell you that is certainly not always the case. I'll give an example of how I can lose my cool, and while I cannot presume to speak for all vegans, I think this is one of the major sources of vegan freakouts. The work that I do requires watching hours and hours of gut-wrenching footage of humans doing the most brutal, despicable, and inexcusable things to animals. Branding cows in the face and searing off their horns, slicing into the scrotums of cows, pigs, and sheep and ripping out their testicles without anesthetic. People forcing their arms into the rectums and vaginas of dairy cows to impregnate them, then taking their babies away as soon as they're born, and seeing the mothers cry for days until they lose their voices. All so that humans can have their milk. People cramming chickens into filthy cages and sheds where they lose their feathers, suffer from massive infections, lameness, blindness, and neurotic behavior. Throwing day-old live baby chicks into grinders or sealing them up in garbage bags to suffocate. Anally and genitally electrocuting foxes, minks, raccoons, and ripping off their skin while they're still alive, just to use their fur as trim on a winter coat. And then tearing the feathers off of fully conscious ducks and geese for down, as if the coat didn't have enough blood on it. People cutting off the teeth and tails of baby pigs, notching their ears and castrating them without anesthetic, slamming baby pigs into concrete floors for a horrifying and painful death because they aren't growing fast enough. And for the most humane treatment of all, lowering pigs into CO2-filled gas chambers to burn from the inside out in an absolutely excruciating death. In case you think I'm exaggerating or these are isolated incidents of abuse, let me assure you that these are common practice in the animal products industry. I urge you to at least watch this video, which shows the most humane method of killing animals that the industry has to offer. So after watching all of that, after hearing their screams, their eerily human shrieking, sometimes for 12 hours or more in a row in order to create a video, after watching farm and slaughterhouse workers kick and punch and maliciously shock with electric prods, after seeing some of them relish this abuse and verbally mock and laugh at and spit on these animals, after seeing hundreds of feeling, living, aware, sentient beings fighting for their lives and struggling to the very moment their throats are slit and the blood pours from them in waves as they gasp and choke on their own fluids while workers start hacking off their body parts because God forbid you slow down production. After all of that, I look in the comment section and there it is. Bacon. Or being vegan is too hard. Or but lions eat meat. Or but plants have feelings. Or any number of disproved, ungrounded, tired responses that people have been offering for thousands of years. Literally thousands. So maybe, just maybe, you can understand why in that moment, I'm not brimming with patience and compassion for that person. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. While I've heard every possible response and excuse to veganism, this may be the very first time they've asked a question. But after looking into the eyes of living beings being brutalized, torn apart while still alive, having their babies taken from them, sometimes torn directly out of their body cavities, after hearing their last breaths and knowing with a sinking heart that they are one of trillions that will die that way this year, it's hard not to flip out when someone attempts to defend such inexcusable, sadistic, and vicious behavior with a pathetically empty justification, asinine utterance, flippant dismissal, or aggressive verbal attack. We vegans are painted to be overly sensitive, to be overreactive, to be inserting ourselves into your business and telling you how you should live your lives. Well, here, let's say all of that is true. Let's assume we are jumping into everyone's personal lives. What's worse? Us telling you how to live your lives, or you telling others how they have to die? All so that you can have a sandwich, or an omelet, or fur trim on your coat. Things you can still have using non-animal alternatives. The only thing worse than paying someone to enslave, abuse, rape, torture, mutilate, and murder another being for your pleasure is to turn around and mock the very life that you so casually destroyed. Now, I know not all non-vegans react this way, but this video is about explaining why vegans flip out, and it's usually because one too many of these non-vegans have piled on the crap until it reaches a tipping point. Anyone would snap. It's hard to be rational in an irrational world. It's hard to be compassionate in a caustic culture. It's hard to be aware in a society that is asleep. And it's hard to be caring when so many around you mock your efforts and the very victims you're fighting for. If you're one of those people who throws up objection after objection against veganism, if you think loving bacon is enough reason to keep killing pigs, if you think it's the circle of life or the way of our ancestry or that animals don't feel, I have a challenge for you. Go to a slaughterhouse. Look into the eyes of the animals as they wait in fear. Watch them try to escape. Watch as they have the life drained from them. Watch as some of them are hacked apart while they are still breathing and awake. Look them in their eyes as they glaze over and are coated with their blood. Lean in real close and see if your justifications hold up. I hope that this was a helpful video. Let me know what you thought in the comments. If you found this video effective, help keep the education coming by clicking this link here or seeing the support links in the description. Give the video a thumbs up and please share it around far and wide. That's how the message gets out there. If you're new here, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. I put out fresh content covering all aspects of veganism every Monday, Wednesday, and some Fridays. Now go live vegan, own your choices, and I'll see you soon. Look, if you're a lion, you gotta go out in the savannah and you gotta lay out naked on the ground and have bugs crawl over you and have them go in and out of your orifices, and then you have to kill the young of the other ones because you're not a lion.